How are you guys doing? Today's day 28 out of 75 hard. Today's quote is, "Obstacles are things a person sees when he takes his eyes off his goal," by E. Joseph Kosman. For me, the way I interpret this quote is when you are striving towards a goal, it's not just going to be straight up, right? It's going to be up, down, left, right, backwards, and then eventually you'll reach towards your goal, but it's all part of the process, right? The moment you stray away from your goal, that's when you start noticing obstacles and challenges, and you're like, wow, like you feel like the whole world is crashing down, but it's like it's all part of the process. It's all learning curves. That's the way I interpret the quote. Let me know in the comments. So for today's reading, we finished the chapter, and it talks about at the end where if you notice someone bouncing their foot and then all of a sudden they stop, this indicates that they're experiencing stress, emotional change, or feels threatened in some way. Also too, when someone has their toes inward or interlocks their feet, this is a sign of insecure, anxious, or feels threatened. This is like when you're at a job interview and like you put your foot like in the bars of the chair, so like this shows like you're being like anxious. Also too, when people are lying, they like to restrict themselves, like their movement. This either with arms or leg movements. I don't know why the body does that, but it just decides to restrict yourself. This is all like you have to read the context. It's not just like you see a person and just like it's universal. Like no, you have to like understand the context involved. So the next chapter was about the torso, which he's talking about like this part, this side of the body, and what the body likes to do is it likes to protect this. The reason why is this is where our internal organs are, and it want to make sure that if there's any danger, it's nowhere like near coming to our organs, right? So when speaking to someone you don't like or seeing something you don't like, you would like lean away towards it. If you like something, you lean towards it. The reason why, like I said, during times of danger, whether real or perceived, the brain recruits the rest of the body to guard these crucial organs in ways that range from the subtle to more obvious. Torso will react to perceived dangers by attempting to distance itself from anything stressful or unwanted. Man, it's which is just true, because it's like it wants to like this is where our internal organs, and it wants to protect it as much as possible. Like this is where the phrase like turning your back onto someone, it's because you don't want you don't feel safe with them. You're not comfortable, right? When you are comfortable with someone, you will like show this side of your body, which is like, it's kind of crazy that like that we know this, or just like our body does this like without us knowing. Like it's super cool. I'm super fascinated with this book. Like when I was in the elevator, I just interlocked my legs. I was just comfortable, and then when the elevator door opened, like I put my feet on the ground, both of them on the ground, and I was like, whoa, like because I don't know who's walking in, and it's just like I'm ready, like, and it's kind of crazy, like it just did that on its own. So for this week's update, physically, I am tired, just from these last 3 days. Like I haven't really been getting any sleep, just because of like my building situation, and I know it's going to pass, and just gonna get some good quality sleep later in this week. But right now it's just like I'm running on fumes. Mentally like a little bit drained, just because like the lack of sleep. But from the situation, I'm trying to tell myself like, hey, like I have no control over that. I have control over my attitude, and that's all I'm gonna do. Like I'm just gonna roll with the punches, and that's it. Like it's not my fault. Like we have no AC, elevators are not working, so it's just like that's not my fault, and I'm not in control of that. I'm just gonna be rolling with the punches. I control what I can control, right? Also too, that shit's like first world problems, to be honest with you. Like, oh my god, I have no AC, how am I gonna sleep? Like, bro, no AC, really. There's people out there with no electricity, no water, no food on the table, no roof over their head. Like, those people have it fucking hard, right? So like, what, me going up like 47 flights of stairs for a couple of days, like wow, whoopie do. Like that's not hard work. Like those people like live through that shit, right? So like please be grateful of what you have, and be grateful, like bro, that you have like, bro, you have light, you have running water. Like think about that. Like some people out there don't have that, right? So please be grateful for what you have and appreciate each moment like it's your last, because you never know when it is. Yeah, for this week's school, a bunch of quizzes, and just gonna have to be studying a lot. And each day I'm just trying to get better as best as I can, even though like when like days that just like are like curveballs, it's just like, you know what, even days like that, you still have to do your work, right? Because you know those are the days that like it starts stacking up, right? Those are the days that you appreciate the most, because you're like, wow, look what I did, even though what circumstance I'm in. So like think about it like this: even on your worst days, you're trying to beat someone on their best day, right? But please strive to become the best version of yourselves every day, mentally, physically, and spiritually. And as always, appreciate each moment, because you never know when it's your last. Have a good one.